welcome back to another update of Sneakers in Solstheim. I am sorry to report, and I do assure you, in fact no one is more sorry than me to report that I've got 3 hours of Let's Playing that have been lost. 3 hours of recorded Let's Playing that I had to scrap, basically, because... well, to be quite honest with you, the reason is my new headset has a key that I accidentally pushed that starts to distort my voice, and I pushed it accidentally, so I had no idea I had it on, and so I've got 3 hours of videos with my voice completely distorted. So yeah, there you have it. Basically, in those 3 hours, I guess I finished. I took care of those ash spawn that you may remember from the previous video, and this is the one. That's the quest. I found out that there was an undead version of an old character from Blood Moon, actually, that was apparently sort of commanding those ash spawn or something, so I, well, put his undead form to rest and dealt with that, and then Sneakers got involved in some Dark Elven politics, apparently. The one good thing about losing the recordings here is that, really, and trust me, you wouldn't want to listen to 3 hours of my completely distorted voice. But one of the good things about losing that is that this quest that I followed up on wasn't really typical Sneakers stuff. He got mixed up into a kind of plot between great houses in Morrowind, really. That's one of the things that didn't really feel right about it, was that apparently the councillor here in this Red Run area was, there was suspicions at least that he was being, there was plans to assassinate him. There was, Sneakers didn't really want to see him just, he didn't just want to wake up one morning and see that the councillor had been assassinated, so he got involved in an attempt to uncover this conspiracy, and it seemed to involve somehow Slalu exacting revenge for something that happened hundreds of years ago, and worse yet, those people were not just uncovered. Seekers was also tasked by killing them, and once, well, he didn't really want to do that, but then they hired a bunch of Morag Tong assassins, you know, the legal assassins guild from Morrowind, and well, Sneakers did his best to try and keep the casualties to a minimum, so he tried to calm down those Morag Tong people and went after just their employers, you know, with the view that with their employers gone, they'd just go back to Vardenfell or whatever. Now, that worked to a certain extent, except those, when even after they'd been calmed, they would sort of check the area out, and the calm spell would wear off, and they would, yeah, I think Serana killed a couple of them before Sneakers could really get around to calming, and then the others had a way of walking into their own traps, so that yeah, I mean, there weren't as many casualties as there perhaps could have been, but there were many casualties. And Sneakers is really not feeling very good about that at all, although he was at least able to keep the councillor alive, thwart the plot against his life, and also keep at least many, probably most of those Morag Tong assassins alive, even though he had to kill off their employers. The one good thing that did come out of it, though, was that this manor Severin Manor was awarded to Sneakers as a reward for saving the councillor's life and all that. So Sneakers finally has somewhere to stash his stuff on Solstheim without having to go back to Skyrim, which would be, you know, ridiculous, to be quite honest. And it is... Actually, the thing is, I realized right away when I saw this manor that this was so carefully laid out with so much stuff like here we have like an alchemist's garden sort of, and then there's smiths facilities, enchanting facilities, loads of weapon plaques to display your trophies on, and mannequins to display armor on. That's the Morag Tongue armor, by the way. Oh, the blood skull blade's fallen down apparently. Maybe we should put that on the plaques instead of that thing. The weapon rack. So yeah, Sneakers is at least happy that he's got somewhere to live, and I kind of saw it coming because this was just the layout here kind of screamed player home all the way. So I really kind of guessed that was where they were going with this thing. But he's got somewhere to put the that extra dragon mask, the Morag Tongue armor, and some weapons that he also picked up. I think, yeah, I forget whether you saw the Stalrim bow that he found. You certainly didn't see this, the Champion's Cudgel, which Sneakers got off of Volkscarius, that undead was responsible for the ash spawn. Oh. Yeah. Taking that would be stealing, and that's because Sneakers stole that from one of the Morag Tongue, I think. Trying to disarm them, you know. So anyway, yeah, he's got somewhere to stash his stuff now, which is good, I suppose. And he's a little bit more popular with the House Redrun, presumably. Probably not so popular with House Lalo, which is a bit of a shame, considering the original Nerevarine Sneakers 200 years ago was actually a very high-ranking member of House Lalo. But apparently things have taken a real downturn for House Lalo since the Empire got weakened and kind of withdrew from Morrowind.
May want to give the Tel Mithrin a wide berth. I don't like the looks of that place one bit.
Apparently there are Talvani over at Tel Mithrin. Oh yeah, I forget whether you actually saw me picking up this black book, which lets me enter the realm of the Daedric Apocrypha. Snickers is kind of interested in doing that at some point. Oh yeah, and we also, I don't think you saw me finding someone who's trying to dig out a barrow. Snickers obviously can afford supplying the funds to fund that expedition, but he's worried they'll run into more Draugr than they really want to meet, more than what will be safe for him, so he's waiting that one out. Basically, what's on his Sneakers' mind right now is this Mirak person who sent those cultists to kill Sneakers, basically. So Sneakers kind of wants to go investigate that. He's also very curious, actually, about this Tel Mithrin place. some Tulvani. But Snickers thinks investigating those cultists who apparently make people sneak out at night. Yeah, that Mirak person is apparently stealing people's sleep hours by having them work for him in their sleep. Surely that is more urgent than Snickers' own curiosity. He's also explored a bit more of the island, as you can probably see. Lots of these places had reavers, like outlaws, bandits. This place didn't. So if we're heading for Mirak's temple, yeah, bone and modelled armor is a type of done armor crafted of bone and resins. I gotta say, it looks darn good and still very true to the Morrowind rendition of the thing. I really like this new version of the bone mold armor. So Temple Mirak, that direction. And this is just apparently an abandoned, dilapidated, old trading post. Not in use anymore as far as we can see.
Last year.
Not of auras around. Snickers did find Brody Grow, which does feature in Stories of the Nerevarine and Blood Moon. There wasn't much there apart from some outlaws and the 4 huge big rocks, of course. Monoliths slash... Can't remember if I actually saw... I think in Blood Moon there was some kind of stone altar there or something like that. Maybe that was somewhere else. I'm confusing it with something else. But there wasn't a lot that seemed very interesting. Sorry, about that place right now. So, anyway, as you can see, we're basically headed towards the Temple of Mirak. We're not going to be able to get all the way there in this video, I don't think.
Last year.
That will probably be for the next video, but whoa, what is this? Oh, this is some kind of Dwemer ruin, is it? Also completely desolate, except there's a dead person here. It's a shame. Who is this? The Ralath Edris. Nigga has no idea. Well, whoever he was, he's wearing black mage stuff, which is generally worn by sort of evil mages. Ooh, this is good too. Valuable to pass up, of course. Yeah, this is a book on a particular kind of a guerrilla organization of Khajiit fighting the Empire. Kagrumes, this place is called. It's very interesting. Snickers does really... He's kind of attracted to the splendor of these old ruins. Kind of interested in the Dwemer, but it's not really a priority right now to explore that. Rather, it's getting up to that temple. And the question is, can Snickers get up here, or does he have to backtrack and go around like that?
Last year.
Snickers will try, see if he can climb up here for the most direct route to the temple. It does seem very steep. Okay, maybe if you can turn the other way now. No, dog, this isn't looking too good. Unless maybe you can crawl up here and get around. Yeah, I guess watching Snake is trying to climb a mountain isn't that exciting, so I'll be back for another episode once we actually get to the temple, I think. But until then, go and at least you know what Snake has been up to lately. So until the next video, go in peace and live and let live.